Hey, thanks for clicking on here at arklatexhomepage.com and the arklatexhomepage.com app. I'm meteorologist Josh Morses, and it is looking increasingly likely we will see some strong wind gusts across the Arklatex tonight as some storms move in. So severe weather threat increasing here, especially across portions of southern Arkansas and Oklahoma. Storm Prediction Center has upgraded basically the Texarkana area and points to the north in Arkansas and Oklahoma to an enhanced risk for strong to severe thunderstorms, something we usually see middle of spring or in fall severe weather season. Don't typically see that in June, but the wind threat fairly high here, so that's the reason we do have that enhanced risk. And again, that's a level 3 on the 1 to 5 scale, and primary threat will be damaging wind gusts tonight. Could see some large hail initially. If any storms form, I would say probably between about 7 and 10 p.m. tonight. Should carry a bit of a hail threat with them, but as we go through the overnight hours, we'll probably lose that hail threat. And as far as the tornado threat, don't have much of a south wind making its way into that cold front that's moving in. That will trigger some of these storms today, so the tornado threat very low. It's possible we could see some rotation with the storm since the wind shear in the upper levels may be a little bit higher as that cold front makes its way in, but at this point tornado threat very low for us. So we'll just kind of set the scene for you. We do have the hot and humid air in place right now, mid-90s, few more hours to warm up here. Could see some upper 90s, so that very hot air at the surface gets the air rising, and then as we get the cold front moving in aloft, we get very strong updrafts with that cool, dry air moving in over the hot and humid air. So as that warm air gets sucked up into the upper levels of the atmosphere, cools down rapidly, and all that cold air sinks fairly quickly down to the surface. You get those strong downburst winds, which tend to spread out when they hit the ground there. So type of thing where we do see some damaging wind gusts that capable of damaging some trees, maybe knocking out some power in locations, especially across the northern Arklatex tonight. So that's something that we'll be watching as this cold front makes its way in over the next few hours. Right now, things fairly quiet. Did have some thunderstorms moving in off the Ouachitas. Those are weakening. That is a good sign right now, but we do have some more thunderstorm activity popping up here along I-40 between Fort Smith and Little Rock, and eventually that's the activity that will come together and try to move into the Arklatex. Looks like around sunset tonight, maybe a few hours thereafter. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 10 p.m. north of the Arklatex, so we could very well see that watch extended further to the south to include some of our counties as we get through the next few hours here, so we'll keep you posted on that. But Futurecast has kind of backed off on the timing. Yesterday and this morning it was showing kind of an earlier arrival with the storms, and you see them starting to take shape here at about 9:30, but this takes us to about midnight tonight. We may see some of those storms rolling in off I-30. Keep in mind, timing could be a few hours earlier, could be a few hours later, and again, the activity tonight's not going to be one of those lines of thunderstorms where everybody sees the heavy rain, the thunder, and the lightning, but should just be isolated to scattered activity across the region tonight. So there will be a few locations that may just miss out on the rain and the storms completely. This takes us to about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and we'll see those thunderstorms moving in along the I-20 corridor, so very much an overnight severe weather threat through the Shreveport area. And again, storms will dissipate as they move further to the south here, so I don't think we'll see much of a severe weather threat after about 3-4 o'clock in the morning, but we could have some thunderstorms ongoing here around sunrise across the Toledo Bend region. Some light rain possible early Sunday. We're hoping those clouds will hold together, hold temperatures down initially, but it will feel noticeably cooler as we go through the day Sunday due to the drop in humidity behind that cold front. So we'll look at Futurecast. We don't need storms, so we definitely need the rainfall here across the region. And Futurecast showing across southern Arkansas where those storms get going. Could see half an inch, maybe up to an inch of rain, which we'll certainly take with the drought conditions kind of getting worse here over the last month or so. Shreveport points to the south, not a whole lot of rain, and then East Texas, it shows lighter amounts, but hoping we can get a little more rain over to you in some of those counties across East Texas. As far as temperatures, again tonight, upper 60s and low 70s. Tomorrow, upper 80s, low 90s, so definite cool down from where we are today, but the humidity will be lower with a north wind behind that cold front, so it will feel noticeably better as we go through the day Sunday and likely into Monday as well. We do have another chance for thunderstorms on Tuesday, so we'll keep an eye on that, but low 90s through at least Wednesday, and as we dry out later this week, high temperatures will return to the mid 90s.